everyone. So here's our year 9 assembly. Week 3, guys, of lockdown, week 3. And I think at the moment everything looks really positive. Everyone's online, pretty much everybody. I think there's a few that are not. But everyone is online doing your live lessons and submitting work. And that's really, really positive for this early on in the lockdown. Far better than the last one. So I'm really, really pleased with you all. I'm just going to go through a few things today. So first of all is our options. So everybody over the last week has completed your options form. There's a few still outstanding, but this is your provisional options form that you've done. You all completed that on Microsoft Teams, on Forms. This is what we use now to make any changes that we need to do. So any refinements. So if we see certain subjects are maybe really, really popular in comparison to others, then we can make some changes to the boxes if we need to. And so the next stage is you'll get another virtual assembly detailing how this final process works. Then you'll have another form to complete. Then you will have a IAG interview to confirm the suitability of the options with one of the senior staff members in the school. And this to make sure that we think you're maybe picking the correct subjects for what you want to go on to in later life. Then this is all confirmed and finalised via a parent letter. So well done for those that have got them in. There's a few still outstanding. If you get those in, that's great. So what I wanted to really go through with you over this assembly is some self-care tips during lockdown. So because many of us have been through lockdown before, it's easy to start to neglect self-care. So we don't look after ourselves. It's really easy to get into a rut, feel unmotivated, quite sluggish a lot of the time. But whether you're feeling positive about the lockdown or dreading going through it again, the next 7 tips should help relax your mind and keep you energized. So pay attention, guys. Some good tips coming up. So first one is, I think everybody is a little bit we're a bit terrible at this. We don't take this break from the computer. We can look at the screen all day long. And you just feel connected all the time. But this is really, really draining. And instead of energizing you, this might be the time then we take this break. This break doesn't need to be long. Maybe an hour or 2 a day away from the technology can really help you de-stress and relax. You need to discipline yourself a little bit. Take the breaks. So where we would have school breaks, make sure you're taking them. They're there for a reason. It's there for you to give you a little bit of time just to regain focus and have a little bit of time out from all the stresses of the work that you're doing. Get some fresh air during this time. So whether it's opening a window, going for a quick walk, getting some fresh air will help you with your productivity and give you more energy. And in addition to it, it can strengthen your immune system by increasing your oxygen intakes. Just take 10 minutes outside, pull this in line with the taking a break, clear your head, and you should hopefully feel a lot better about the next lessons to come. Avoid excessive caffeine and sugary drinks. It's so easy for us now to just grab a really sugary drink, think, oh, I need the energy. Red Bull, all those sorts of energy drinks, they contain a lot of caffeine, and caffeine can dehydrate us. This is found in your energy drinks, teas, coffees. I'm going to guess a lot of you don't drink too much coffee. Well, I hope not. But I know a lot of people definitely turn to those energy drinks. Guys, they're not good for you. Keep away. They have a negative effect on your health. But do drink plenty of water. Keeping yourself hydrated keeps you focused, keeps you motivated, keeps you energized. Stop reading the news. Okay, so reading the news is important. But it's also all right to take a break now and then. So one thing many people found when the pandemic first started was the sheer amount of information available. And this became overwhelming, and really quickly, particularly with the news, it was just too much. So you find yourself constantly checking and seeing what updates there are. And now even more so that they know so much more about the pandemic. it's overload. Every channel you turn through, there is something going on. It pops up on your phone, on social media. If you've got the news apps, you'll constantly get those pinging. Just that bombards you, and it is too much. It can almost take you into a bit of a panic. Please just avoid them, too much in the day. Obviously check in, but not too much if you are already. Move your body. This doesn't have to be a full body workout. Now, I know with my PE groups, we've been doing a workout a week. You don't have to do that. For some people, that is not what they want to be doing. But simply going for a walk in the park, a jog, or a bike ride around a block is a good way to get moving and clear your head. Even on days where you're really not feeling it, it's worth forcing yourself out for a brief 10-minute walk before you start your studying, or during your break that you're going to take to get your fresh air. Combine them all together, or afterwards. It's something I like to do. Once I finish work, and I close my laptop, I go out for a nice walk for 45 minutes, and it just really helps clear my head and switch myself off for a little bit. I find it's a really nice ending to the day. I know the weather's not too good at the moment, but give it a go if you can. Read a book. So reading doesn't always have to be a chore. It can be extremely relaxing and an effective form of escapism. So start with a book that maybe is where your favourite movie is about, something like that, something you're really interested in. I'm also trying this a little bit more now, trying to sort of read things that take me away from school and what we're doing in there. Now, for me, this is probably all of these are really important, but for me, this is one of my most important ones. So keeping in touch with friends and family. So as the days are colder, nights are longer, it gets dark really early, we can feel, the winters are terrible for us for feeling alone. But during this time, it's even worse because we're not even in school. So that connection with your friends and families is not there as it has been in the past. And it takes some adjusting. But we're really, really fortunate nowadays that we have social media. We have all these apps and gadgets on our phones, our computers, that give us access to the big world and our friends and family at the touch of a button. The world is a much smaller place now, and we're really lucky to have that. So organise those virtual meetups with your friends and family, host online movie marathons, or just give them a call. But they do say through research that starting your day by chatting on the phone to someone you care about puts you in a much better, more positive mood for the day. So with that in mind, some memories, guys. There you go. We've got some lovely photos. Remember me coming around just at the end of term there, taking some photos of you all. And I'm sure we all miss each other dearly. I know I miss you lot 3 times a day, trying to get you lined up. But every morning I'm logged on from about 7:30 in the morning. And to be quite honest with you, I'd quite like a little bit of company. So from 8:40 in the morning, if you see me on there, just jump onto Teams. I'm going to put the slot on. You'll all see the slot come up on your calendar. Feel free to drop in, have your morning cup of tea, your bit of toast and cereal, and we'll have a nice chat, all of us, just a bit of a catch up, just a nice way to start the day. There's nothing, I'm not saying you've got to, but if you just feel like it, just jump in. It'd be nice to see some of you, or hear at least some of your voices. Right, some celebrations for the week. So these are the students that have submitted over 20 pieces of work in the last week. So that's from last Wednesday to Wednesday of this week. Well done, guys. Really good. The rest of you are not too far behind now, actually. I think that list is gonna slowly get too long for my screen now. But well done, everyone. Keep up that good work. And some shout outs. So Miss Williams in English, she says, my Year 9 class have been so well behaved, and those who have attended the lessons have always been interactive and fully engaged. They're completing their work. They're a great class to teach. Online learning has not put out their passion for English. That's such a lovely piece of feedback, guys. If you're in Miss Williams' class, be very, very proud of yourselves. Mr. Ahmed wants a special shout out to Blake and Mohammed for being really interactive with the live lessons. Well done. Miss Ika Taylor and Maths, shout out to the following students in 9 and Maths 3 for positive attitude towards learning and completion of work. And that's Victoria Tabor, Farmi and Iman. Well done there, guys. This is for Cheyenne from Miss Briggs in Geography. She's working really hard on your classwork. Well done, Cheyenne. Mr. Bromley, Archie for completing excellent work. And Archie, I see that you said you've created your own table at the end there in your comments. Using initiative as always, Archie, well done. Guys, I just want to put up more and more of these every week. Some brilliant work going on, really good engagement in the lessons, and yeah, just really, really proud of you, so well done. And last but not least, if you do need to contact me, so if you don't join in on the the breakfast clubs in the morning, you can always email me. Any problems, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Well done, everyone. Have a lovely week.